Romanticizing your life in 2024, we have to do it. Like, I'm just telling you now, romanticize your life because you never know when you're gonna leave this planet. Like, seriously. And to sit there and do the same thing every single day, living in a loop or living on autopilot, is sad and depressing. And we've all done it. We've all have lived on autopilot or been stuck in that consistent loop, but you have to realize that you might actually be living in that loop and get out of it. The best way that you can do that is, in my opinion, romanticizing your life and creating a life that you love. And how do you do that? Just start with your morning routine. Do you even have a morning routine? Or is your morning routine the same? Get ready for work, go to work, come home, go to bed. If that's your life, break out of that cycle now because you deserve more. Create a morning routine, a morning ritual. Like, let's drop the routine and create a ritual that you're going to be doing every single day, right? Because when you create a ritual, it holds more meaning, in my opinion, than a routine. Like, I do this ritual every month. On the first of the month, I blow cinnamon through my door, and I truly believe that it brings me abundance for that month. And I look forward to the first of the month. I look forward to doing my little cinnamon, blowing it through the door. Like, that's my ritual that I love to do. And when you create your own ritual, you will also learn to love it. So by romanticizing your morning ritual, you're already adding more sparks to your life, right? You're already adding change. You're adding something more than what you were experiencing before. I used to just, wake up and not even care. Just, do the normal brush my teeth and then get on with my day. No, you have to romanticize waking up because you might not wake up tomorrow. And that really hits me. Thinking that at any moment I can leave this planet and I want to live every day fulfilled. I want to complete something new every day. I want to give my life meaning. And I want you to give your life meaning too, because seriously, this life is precious and there is so much on this planet that we have to discover and enjoy. And that's what we are here for. At the end of the day, we're not here to work. Although we have to do some type of creation to bring in income. We have to provide value in order to provide income for ourselves, right? So if it's being a nurse or a doctor or being an artist, whatever you are, you have to bring in some form of income. But we are also here to enjoy the planet that we are on. This is a gift for us to enjoy. So romanticize that. So we're starting with our morning ritual, right? And just, okay, yeah, you brush your teeth, but do your hairstyle a little bit different and look up a new hairstyle. Do your makeup, brush your teeth longer, do oil pulling. Oil pulling is very, very good for you. And that's when you oil pull coconut oil. And while you're oil pulling the coconut oil, maybe put some sticky notes on your mirror with positive affirmations like, I am going to have an amazing day. My life is filled with beauty. Like, just put a couple sticky notes on your mirror, and while you're swishing around the coconut oil, do that. And add extra steps to your morning ritual. Maybe it's drinking lemon water after you're done doing all those things, then sitting down and writing your goals. Like, romanticize that. Make a warm cup of tea or coffee while you're writing down your goals and take a cute picture of it. That's what I'm realizing is pictures are everything. Like, you cannot go by without taking a picture. Like, take a picture every day. because those pictures are going to mean something not only to you, but to future generations. And we are in a time where we keep all of our photos on our phone. I have over like 50,000 photos. I'm not even gonna lie. And I only have one photo album. So let's romanticize this year, printing out those photos on your iPhone. Create a photo album. All these things that will add extra spice to your life. Print out all those photos that are sitting on your phone and like write cute notes and make it like a party. Like invite your friends over and like, hey, you guys, like how you do vision board parties, do a photo album party and all you guys scrapbook and add the photos into the album and save that. Romanticize the experience. Take a photo of you making the collage and like create it like a date night out of it. Because these photos are going to mean something one day as well. Like you might lose your phone and get locked out of your iCloud. And then you are like, you can never access those photos again. Or something could go wrong. Who knows what, but just you print out those photos, and then from future generations, it could be your future grandchildren or your sister or your best friend or your husband, your boyfriend, whoever will find it one day and cherish your own memories. Like I love looking at my elders' photo albums. I think it's so cool how people used to live. Right? So make sure that's another way you can romanticize your life is just by taking more photos and actually doing something with them. It's so important because it's so mind-blowing how photos are captured memories, right? And it's beautiful. And we need more photo albums. So we're going to move on from that. But so now after you create your morning ritual, like do something new every single day. Like stop doing the same thing every day. That's what creates the loop. That's what can create sadness and depression because you're sitting there doing the same thing every day. You're waking up, going to work and coming home and doing nothing. Or you might go to the gym. Okay, but it's the pattern that you're creating. You need to break the pattern. Go to a new park to work out. Go to a new nature trail that you've never been to. Go to a city that's very close to you, but you've never even explored. Go to a new museum. And what you could do is you could write down a list of all the things, like sit down and actually think, what do I want to do? I created a 2024 bucket list. I want to go to new museums. I want to see the sunrise over the ocean. I want to watch the moonrise over the ocean. I want to create a home gym so I don't have to keep going to a gym. All these things you have to write down and actually look at because it's hard to keep everything in your brain at the end of the day. It really is. It's really hard to keep all that information in your brain and then you forget about it. So write it down. Create a cute list. Like make little pictures, add stickers. And I don't care. Like I'm 28 years old, whatever. I'm going to use stickers. Like I'm not 80 years old and afraid of using stickers. Like you make life fun and cute at the end of the day. That's part of romanticizing your life by doing different things. And so get the stickers, right? So another way we can romanticize our life is by surrounding yourself with beauty. I bought my house last year, and buying a house is a huge purchase. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you, it is. And you're not expected to make your house like this beautiful house right away. There's things that you need to do when moving in. Like you need to buy your necessities and you might need to fix things. And then I thought to myself last year, I was like, there's really no point in decorating like to the extremes. I want to save my money. I don't want to buy things like materialistic things. But this is my house and I live here, and why should I have it looking boring, right? Like surround yourself with beauty. And that's another way to romanticize your life. I used to think, oh, buying flowers is pointless. They're going to die and then I'm going to throw them away and that money's just wasted. But the flowers bring life into your home. They bring in fresh, organic smells from the outside. And even when the flowers die, to me, they're still beautiful. And I'll leave them in the jar for a while. But don't leave them too long because that kind of brings in like some stagnant energy. But it's the little things, right? Get some nice, fancy, artistic candles that you don't plan on burning just to like, spice up the living area. Arts. Art is one thing that I'm buying this year, and I'm decking my wall. I want it to look like a museum when you walk through my house, right? I am investing in art because who wants to look at plain, boring walls all day? I don't. I mean, I already have some art on my walls, but I want more and I want beautiful art. I want people to come over my house and we talk about the art, right? That brings life into your house. And so that's my another tip for you is to spice up your house. Even if you buy one new thing a month, right? Just for your space that brings you joy, that is still romanticizing your house and your life. Your house is your temple, it's your home, it's where you live, it's where you spend a majority amount of your time. So make it beautiful. That's my next tip. So make it beautiful. It could be anything like art decor, and you don't have to spend thousands of dollars. Take your butt to Goodwill or your local thrift store or antique store and find good sentimental pieces. And that's what I honestly recommend, because you go to Target and Walmart these days, their home, let's be real, their home decor is like not lasting unless you spend top dollar for certain things. It's giving cheap, right? So like not cheap as in, oh my gosh, I got this for a couple. No, it's cheap as in it could break easily. Like invest in some good timeless pieces and over time do it like once a week or once a month, whatever you can do and fit into your budget. But let's make our homes beautiful in 2024 and aesthetically pleasing to you, right? That's another way to romanticize your life in your living area. Indulge in the little pleasures of life. My favorite thing to do is go to my local coffee shop, and I wish I had more that I could bounce around to, but I've picked my favorite and I love it. Take a book to the coffee shop. Write in your journal instead of writing in your room. There's so many things. Just get a little coffee and bring your notebook and journal. And then take a picture of it, because that's what I like doing. I like taking pictures of myself at the coffee shop, romanticizing my experience at the coffee shop. Buy yourself flowers, like I said before, with romanticizing your living space. Indulging in the simple pleasures, and instead of taking a shower, take a luxury bath. Add bath salts and your favorite bath bomb, bubbles. And take a picture of your setup, right? Because I love looking at bath pictures on Pinterest. Like, it fascinates me of how people can make something that I used to enjoy as like a kid and turn it into something so beautiful. Like, bath time it can be a beautiful experience, and that's your alone time. So instead of just always trying to take a shower and rush and on to the next task in your life, sit down like on a Sunday and take a warm bubble bath. Make it romantic. Romanticize your bubble bath. Take a picture of it, and then honestly, I challenge you to just put the phone down. Just put it down in that instant and get yourself a good book, or you can watch a show or whatever you want, but put the phone down. No scrolling. Enjoy the bath. Close your eyes. Meditate. Feel gratitude that you have the opportunity and the time to sit down and take that bath, right? Because some people don't have the time to do that, but you're going to make time for yourself because yourself matters. And that's another way to romanticize your life, is just by romanticizing the little luxuries. Like buying coffee is a little luxury because you can make it at home, but you can also romanticize making your coffee at home. But you can, if you're tired of that and you want to break the loop of doing the same thing every day, take a bag with all your stuff, hit the coffee shop, romanticize that experience. Even if it's going to the park or going on a little drive through the neighborhood. You know what my favorite thing to do is? And it's driving through the wealthiest parts. I live in Florida, so I mean, I am surrounded by wealth and I live right by the beach, so there's mansions everywhere. I like just driving through the mansions and soaking in the luxury that others have created, and it helps me realize, you know what? I can achieve this one day. I can be here. So that's another way to romanticize just your life, is just riding through a desired place you want to be. If there's a certain neighborhood that you want to live in, ride around for like 30 minutes to an hour, just soaking in the experience in the neighborhood and how it looks and how it makes you feel. And that's just changing up your day-to-day life by just going to that neighborhood that you want to be in or that you want to live in, instead of just sitting on your couch and watching TV and doing absolutely nothing. Like, get out and do stuff. This is my point, right? This is what I'm trying to make, is get out and do things. I think my favorite thing to do to romanticize my life is being out in nature. Because honestly, that's where we belong. That's where we used to be before we created these concrete boxes that we live in, that we love. But we as humans are meant to be in nature. And you can feel a real disconnect when you aren't in nature for a while. I know this past year in 2023, I was pregnant for 8 months. I mean, no, I was pregnant for 9 months. And I didn't want to leave the house because I felt so tired. And after sitting in the house for like a week, I realized, like, damn, I need to get outside because I feel alive when I'm outside. I feel good. I feel renewed. I feel connected to myself and to the earth. And I just have to go outside and ground myself. And you know what grounding is when you walk outside barefoot and connect to the earth. Like, that is, we are like an iPhone and the earth is our charger. So when we walk barefoot on the earth, it literally gives us a charge and it gives us a burst of energy. The sun, the fresh air, the trees, all that is important to us. And that's another way you can romanticize your life, is just by going outside. You can get a picnic. Do a cute picnic this summer or in the springtime. Pack some fruit, a sandwich or something, get a nice blanket and sit down and bring a book and sit out in nature for 30 minutes. Have your lunch outside, right? Another way to romanticize it. You take a picture of the setup, because we're going to take pictures in 2024, but at the end of the year, my suggestion is we're going to print those photos out and create an album each year. Each year, create an album of your life and actually take beautiful photos of every experience that matters to you and show people what your life has looked like through your eyes. So that's another way, is being in nature. Go on a new trail. There's an app that I suggest getting, and it's called All Trails. And All Trails will show you all the nature trails in your area, or even in your state. So travel to these places, bring a friend, go by yourself, but hit a new trail, because hitting the same trail, although you love it and it's fun, try something new, see something new, right? Go to a park, wherever you can, just being in nature, even if it's sitting in your backyard. One thing that I want to do this year is, I have a patio that it's just like a junk patio. There's nowhere you could really sit. There's nowhere that I could sit in my patio and actually enjoy my space. So one thing I want to do this year is create a place where I can sit on my back porch and read. and actually enjoy the outside. My patio, I open it up and there's nothing there for me to sit on. There's no table. So I'm going to romanticize that experience. I'm going to go on Pinterest and I'm going to look at my future patio set and how I want everything set up. And then I'm going to invest in these pieces that's going to bring me ultimate happiness and serenity and peace, and romanticizing my everyday reading experience by making a space where I could go and enjoy myself outside. Because yes, reading is fun inside, but sometimes I want the fresh air. So I'm going to recreate my patio and indulge in the fresh air and in nature while reading my book. And it's going to be the simple things. I could see myself now sitting on my patio chair with my book and my coffee, taking my daily picture and saying, oh my gosh, I am so grateful for this patio that I've created for myself, this safe space in my backyard that I could go to relax. And that's switching up my schedule. Like I said, I could read every single day inside, but let's take something outside. If you have work and you work from home, take it outside if you have the capability of doing that. Because, working inside all the time is it feels like jail sometimes, not going to lie. So break yourself out of that pattern and go do new things. Take your work outside if you can. Right? So that's another way that I'm going to romanticize my life this year, is creating a space in my backyard where I could go to relax and unwind and connect with nature again. And I also urge you to do that. Go outside and explore, because let me tell you where I'm at right now. I went all the way to the mountains in Georgia to record my first ever podcast. I'm literally looking out a window and I'm looking at a mountain, and the mountain, although I'm in Georgia, the mountain is North Carolina. And there's a lake separating, and then there's the mountains of North Carolina, and it is beautiful. And it has, going from looking at the beach every day, I love the beach, but flat land, warmer weather, and coming up into the cold, into the mountains, and giving myself a new experience to start off the new year it's setting the tone for my year, and it's giving me a lot of gratitude. I'm grateful that I had the money to come out here and create and have this experience. It's giving me change. Because I don't see mountains ever. Maybe once a year. I haven't traveled last year. Last time I saw mountains was 2 years ago, and it's giving me a lot of different great feelings. And I came all the way out. I spent a pretty penny, I'm not even gonna lie, to get this Airbnb, but the views to me were worth it, and I needed inspiration. After being pregnant all last year and not doing a thing and not traveling, I needed this for myself. And I feel like I have broken a pattern in a loop, and I'm out of the loop, and I'm somewhere new. And when you're somewhere new, it feels magical. And I'm romanticizing this experience by, I set up my laptop, I got my microphone, the window is facing the mountains and the lake, and I'm just creating I'm romanticizing my first podcast. I'm taking the picture of the setup, and I feel good, and I feel happy, and I want you to feel good, and I want you to feel happy. Budget and plan for vacations in 2024, because that's what you're going to do. Don't give me no excuse of, well, I don't have the money for it right now. Inflation, Okay, cool. Make it happen. Create a extra savings account where you are forced to put a certain amount of money into it every week and save up for a vacation. Just do it. And you are going to thank yourself. You don't even have to go far. I traveled 8 hours in a car to come here. I didn't fly across the country to experience the mountains. I don't know where you're located, but if you could do a 6 to 8 hour drive just to go to the next town over or the next state over, do that for 1 week, for 5 days. And romanticize that whole experience. Like, I'm taking mad pictures because I want to soak in this memory for the rest of my life. And that's another thing. Experiences appreciate over time. So I want you to remember that. Experiences appreciate over time, while materialistic things, they depreciate. And why do experience appreciate over time? Because it's the experience. You're feeling so much enjoyment. You're with friends, you're with family, you're taking photos. And in 30 to 40 years from now, you're going to remember that trip that you took to Puerto Rico or to the mountains and stayed in a cabin. But you're not going to remember that new Apple Watch that you bought or that new TV that you bought, or those pair of socks. You're not going to remember those things, but you are going to remember the experience of staying in the cabin with all your friends or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. You're going to remember that. And that's all we're going to really hold on to at the end. When we get to our old age, we're going to hold on to our experiences and not the material things. So, but you have to create those experiences for yourself. You can't expect anyone to create them for you. You have to plan and execute and go do that shit. Go, do something new. If you've never been to Las Vegas or to North Carolina, book that trip and go. And romanticize packing your bags. Romanticize getting on the plane or getting in your car and taking the trip, and create a whole photo album of your trip. Just do it. All right, so the next thing you could do. Another way that you can romanticize your life is creating ambience. And what I mean by creating ambience is when you're cooking, play some music. So I love cooking Italian food. If I'm cooking Italian food, I'm going to go on Spotify and look up an Italian playlist and play Italian music. Or I was cooking Spanish food the other day, so I was playing Spanish music. You don't have to cook in silence. Romanticize cooking. Romanticize cutting up your vegetables. Take a picture of all the yummy food that you're about to throw down. Play some music, pour up some wine or a mocktail, and romanticize cooking that meal. And then when you're done, make it look pretty on your plate. Don't just throw it on your plate and slop it down. Make your plate look beautiful. Take a picture of it and show your friends. Post it online hey, I just cooked this beautiful meal while listening to Italian jazz. I don't even know if Italian jazz is a real thing, but if it is, yeah, I did that. You did that, right? So creating ambience, or when you're taking a shower, I love playing spa music while taking a shower. Feel like you are in a spa and treat yourself like you are in a spa. Creating ambience is just setting the mood. So creating ambience and having soft lighting or LED lighting, whatever, to create a mood in your house while you're cooking, creating anything that will bring you ambience, creating music, put on some Italian music if you're creating Italian meals. Take pictures of your food that you're creating. Romanticize eating a meal because you are blessed enough to create that meal. Show it off. Who cares if it's just a grilled cheese? Put it on your plate, make it look fancy, and say, I made this shit, and it is good as fuck. And romanticize that. And I like to feel like I'm a sim character, and I'm giving myself tasks. And when I complete that task, I'm proud of myself. So create new tasks for yourself. Do not do the same thing every day. And this is what I'm stressing to you. Do not do it. Don't do the same thing every day. Do something new. My next thing to romanticize your life is practicing gratitude, and that is the most important thing you could do, and it's free. It is free to practice gratitude. Be thankful you woke up today, because some people don't. Some people aren't able to wake up the next day. You have to thank God or whoever you believe in that you woke up and you get to experience a new day, and you get to experience something new, and you get to romanticize your life. You get to you just be grateful. Practice gratitude. My next suggestion to romanticizing your life is Dress up and feel confident. And this is something I just recently started doing myself and I'm going to get better at. But I used to just go out and throw some sweatpants on and a big baggy t-shirt, did not brush my hair like the best. I would just throw it up in a bun and say deuces and go out and go shopping. And I probably looked like a very hot fucking mess. And my reason for doing that was so nobody would approach me or talk to me. But then I'm sitting here and I'm thinking, no, you need to present yourself how you would love to be perceived. And I love to be perceived as put together, beautiful, not messy. I don't want to look messy in front of anybody anymore. So I am doing the extra things and taking the extra steps to look beautiful before I leave the house. I'm going to put on a matching outfit that's cute, right? I'm not going to put on an old baggy t-shirt anymore just to leave the house to go to the store or to the bookstore. I'm going to put on my best outfit that I have chosen, some nice shoes. I'm going to actually do my hair. Like, I never did that before. Just throw it up in a fucking bun. I just would throw it up in a bun. Now I'm going to wear earrings and jewelry, romanticize getting ready. And while you're getting ready, look in the mirror and do some positive affirmations. Wow, you are looking so damn good today. You're going to have a great day today. You're looking beautiful. Oh my goodness, your makeup is on point. Look at that outfit. It is so nice. Like, you really put that outfit together. Do that. Like, don't leave the house looking a mess anymore, because I was doing that. So to romanticize my life in 2024, I'm going to start dressing my parts, dressing up, doing more than what I used to do. I never threw on makeup because I used to, like, in my younger 20s, but then I got to a point where I was like, oh, makeup is pointless. But now I moisturize my face. I use oils, and I don't go crazy on my makeup, but I'll do some eyeshadow just to match the fit, to look more put together. Love yourself and romanticize getting ready. Another way you can romanticize 2024 is cultivate romance with your partner. And this is for anybody that has a partner. You can do tons of things with them that are something that you've never done before. I recently invested in Cards Against Humanity and played that with them. I also had other people over, so it was, because I think you need more than 2 players, but get some games. And I used to think, oh my gosh, games, like, that's so childish. Why would I play games? But no, actually get some adult games and play them. It's fun and it makes you laugh and it gets you off of your phone at the end of the day. We played for about 2 hours, didn't pick up the phone once, and was filled with laughter. Like, I totally suggest, if you have like crude humor, definitely get Cards Against Humanity. Another thing you could do is stargazing. We love going to the beach and looking out at the stars, watching the sun and the moon rise together, depending on where you are. That could be a great experience. Just sitting on the beach or sitting in wherever you can go to watch the sun or the moon rise. It is so beautiful. And whenever you're doing these things, stay off your device and really connect with your lover. Like, that's so important. Talk to them and experience the experience together, right? Another thing that you guys could do is cooking together. You don't have to cook the whole meal by yourself. Like, chop up the task. Say, hey, you cut up the onions and the peppers and I'll boil the pasta and I'll make the sauce, and be in the kitchen together, and you could be in there butt naked. But I'm just kidding. I mean, you could, but spice it up. Get like cute. Oh, another thing to romanticize cooking is getting an apron and new cooking utensils and stuff that like really brings you joy, like a mixer, or like invest in your cooking supplies. Don't use like the dirt cheap stuff if you can. Like invest in some cute stuff that make you want to cook. So another thing that you could do is to romanticize your life and spice it up in 2024 is learn something new and catch a hobby. My hobby this year is I want to do tennis. I'm going to go outside and I'm going to hit some balls, right? Back and forth with whoever wants to play with me. Invest in a hobby, learn something new, whatever. Think to yourself, what is something I want to learn? Like a couple years ago, I wanted to learn crocheting. I learned it and I did it for a little bit, but then I moved on from it. But I still learned something new, right? It could be a new language. It could be a new instrument or a skill. Whatever you want to do, learn something new and romanticize the experience of learning something. Do little videos or pictures of whatever you're learning and show people, hey, I just picked up a new hobby and it's Pilates or it's sewing, and look at all the supplies I got and look what I'm about to make, and hey, look what I made, and take pictures of it. Because that's my thing. Take pictures of everything, right? So another thing that you could do, I'm going to give you guys one more. I'll give you two things. So unplugging from all technology. And although I'm like saying, hey, take pictures of this and take pictures of that, for this, unplug. If it's once a week, once a month, or whatever you can do, take a break from that phone, from the computer, from the TV, and listen to your own thoughts. Sit down and actually listen to yourself speak. Speak to yourself. And without the devices, right? Because you want to connect with yourself more. You want to become more aware of your surroundings and who you are. But sometimes you can't do that because you're glued to your phone. You have no idea what's going on around the world around you because you're looking down at your phone. And when I go out to places, everyone is looking down at their phone. So when you're walking down the street or you're in the store or you're waiting in line, leave your phone down. Like if you're standing in the line at Target, everyone is on their phone when they're waiting to be the next customer, right? Instead, I know this probably seems silly to, I probably looked ridiculous, but the other day, instead of using my phone in the coffee shop line, I ripped out a book and I started reading because the line was long. And I was like, I feel like I look crazy just scrolling on my phone, but I probably also look crazy reading this book, but I don't care because I want to read this book and I need to do it, and I'm not doing anything but standing in this line, so let me read a book. But you don't have to do that. But I highly suggest staying off your phone as much as you can and soaking in your environment. Who cares if you're in line and you're bored? You're going to be seen in the next couple minutes. Look at the magazines. Look at whatever you can around you, or just, And the last thing that I'm going to leave you with to romanticize your life in 2024 and really connect with yourself is embrace creativity. And I don't want to hear no excuses of, I don't have a creative bone in my body. I've never created anything. Who cares? We are creators. At the end of the day, that's who we are. We are creators. And you could tell yourself otherwise, but it's just fact. So you could do anything. It could be writing, it could be painting, it could be crafting, it could be clay. Anything that is creative, do it for 30 minutes to an hour. Like, create some time in your day to be creative. Because that's who we are. And when we aren't creating, we aren't being true to ourselves. You're being a slave to the experience of the Matrix if you aren't creating. That's my opinion. Because we aren't just workhorses. We aren't meant to just go to work and come home and go to sleep. We were meant to create. And don't worry about making money off of your paintings or your writing. Just do it because it brings you joy. And experiment. Maybe painting isn't for you. Go to writing. Try something new until you figure out what you love to do, and then add it into your life. My last and final thing is to embrace creativity and be thankful that you woke up today. And remember that romanticizing your life is not silly, because your life is magical and it's your job to make it magical. It's your job to create the life that you want to live, because you are the creator of your own reality. So in 2024, I'm romanticizing the fuck out of my life, and I don't care if I look silly doing it. It's going to be one of the best years of my life, and I hope that 2024 is one of the best years of your life. Do that shit. I'm out. And thanks for listening. If you like this podcast, I might make another one. Like, this is my first time ever making a podcast. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope I provided you with some information that made you think and might have changed your life for the better. Have a great day, and I love you.